Hey, what's going on, guys? It's John Shea from the No Shame Income blog, and today I'm actually going to talk to you about how I grew to over 25,000 students on Udemy. If you're not familiar with Udemy, it's basically a place where you can go and teach online courses, and you can pretty much teach anything you want. You could teach anything from business to photography to cooking. Pretty much anything goes when it comes to Udemy, and if it's something that you can teach to others, Udemy is a place where you can go do it. There's pretty much no end to what you can teach. So I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a story. I know people love stories, and I wanted to give you this story as kind of a motivator because for me, I was someone who started out in the internet marketing industry, and I was trying to make some money for myself on the side, and just really was kind of struggling for a very long time. And for me, when I started really having some success on Udemy, it really was just a very amazing thing to be able to see kind of like this passive income stream come to life over a period of time. And that's really what's happened with me for Udemy. I've made, in some cases, some months made almost $2,000 and really have almost barely done any of my own marketing. And that's pretty amazing. Some people could easily live off of that. So for me, what ended up happening, and the reason that I was able to do so well with Udemy, is I really stayed consistent with it over time. So I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory. What had happened was I actually purchased a product on the Warrior Forum from someone else who had a method where they talked about doing SEO and Fiverr arbitrage. They would basically sell SEO services and just combine a bunch of Fiverr gigs, and sell it as a service for like $50 or $60, whether or not you sell it on eBay or Warrior Forum or wherever it was. That's how he was making a lot of his money, and I thought it was a pretty cool system. But the way he kind of delivered the actual setup of it was really kind of crappy. It was like he had this really poor HTML website. The PDFs and all the methods were just sort of disorganized, and I could tell it was a really good, the premise of the course was really good, but the deliverable of it wasn't that great. So I actually took the time to approach this guy. His name was Vincent, and I said, hey, let's work together on a project. I'm going to take your product, and I'm going to revise it and turn it into a membership website, and then we're going to sell it as version 2.0 or give it a whole new name. So I spent tireless hours working on this thing, and of course he had his own email list, and we knew about going on the Warrior Forum, but we really didn't know how to recruit affiliates or get all these other people to market our stuff for us. So we launched this whole membership site. I spent hours and hours and hours doing graphics and making this whole membership site really awesome. And what ended up happening was we didn't really make any sales. We barely made any money at all. I mean, all my hard work, it just kind of went to nothing, and it was just really stupid for me. I had put all this time and effort into someone else's product and tried to launch it and market it, and it was extremely difficult. Just kind of found myself not really knowing what to do. And I told him, I said, hey, why don't we just put the course on Udemy? And I had never really done anything with Udemy, but I had heard of it. And Udemy had this feature where you could actually set up a joint venture or a co-partnership. You could allocate a certain percentage of income, to another instructor. So we both signed up. We got our profiles up and running, and I did the whole thing. I put the whole course up, and we actually decided to split it 50-50. And what ended up happening was, over time, we started making money from this thing. The first month it would make $50, the next month maybe $100, and it grew and grew. And it kind of, became sort of stable. Some months I'd make very little, maybe $30, and I said, okay, this is pretty cool. It's making some money, and it's nothing to go raving home over. But maybe I'll do another course. And come November of 2014, I actually decided to put together an Amazon affiliate course. I had been building an Amazon affiliate website. So I decided to put together this course on Amazon affiliates. Basically did the whole thing from scratch in 3 days. I had the idea come up in my head, built the syllabus. I built out the whole Udemy kind of platform. I knew exactly what I was going to say in all the videos. And I cranked it out on a Sunday. I recorded videos for 5 hours straight. Didn't do a whole ton of editing. And then that November, they had a big Black Friday sale on Udemy, and I made my first $800 on Udemy, so that was really exciting. And from there, I realized the potential of Udemy, so I started essentially just creating more and more courses. I found a lot more people to partner up with in terms of creating content, creating new courses with other partners, people like Vinny who are interested in the internet marketing niche. And I also did a lot of free courses. That was the way I've been able to get a ton of students. I have over 10,000 students that came in alone just from free courses. The great thing about that is I was able to recently switch some of those free courses to paid courses that now have 40 plus really positive reviews and thousands of students already enrolled in them. So it's worked out really, really well in my favor. I'm able to send emails to those students every single month because it's constantly growing, and send them some promotional stuff for my existing classes, and I'm able to just continuously generate revenue every month on Udemy. So I've been able to pretty consistently generate well over $500 to $1,000 throughout 2016 on Udemy alone. And the great thing about this is not only have my efforts on Udemy paid off, but I've managed to actually take my courses and move them onto some other platforms like Skillshare. And I'm working with other platform providers to do the same thing, and there's new opportunities coming up all the time. So, I just wanted to give you some of those basic tips. I mean, the biggest thing I would say for those of you who are really looking to build your Udemy channel would be to stay consistent. Set up a tracking sheet where you can actually track all the results that you're working on over time. Essentially, what you want to do is set up a basic sheet where you kind of jot down what are you working on every day. What did you do today to make another consistent step in your business? For me, that might be recording this YouTube video and publishing it. That's a basic thing that I did today that was consistent. Maybe tomorrow I do another YouTube video, or I decide to publish I record some videos for a new course that I'm working on. Anything like that. That's essentially one of the first tips I could give you, and that's something I learned from Jerry Banfield, who is a really successful online instructor. And the next tip I could give you would be to create free courses. Some people might not think, well, why would I create a free course? I'm not going to make any money. But those people are listening to you, they're watching you in video, and they're learning from you. So they're building trust with you. You're getting those people on a Udemy list, which you could later turn into a free course and then mail them, which is something I recently did. So those would be some of my basic tips. Really the biggest thing for me was the consistency. It didn't happen overnight. I kept creating courses for over 2 years, and now I have over 25,000 students, and that's something that's really cool to me to be able to teach all those people. So if this is something that you're really interested in, you're really thinking, hey, maybe I could go out there and start teaching on Udemy, or maybe you were afraid, you're not really sure how to get started. Well, I've got some information in the description below this video. You can check that out, and I'll actually get you hooked up with some information on how you can go out there. I'm going to teach you some ways that you can actually go out there and do all this on your own. I've actually got material where I show everything that I've learned about teaching online courses. So check that out. And if you like this video, feel free to leave a comment, and I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. I will be posting a lot more videos like this in the future, and I look forward to helping anybody out that decides to follow me. So thanks again for watching this, and have a good day.